Okay, so I'm back. Got my camera back, got everything popping. So what do you want to know about? What do you want to hear about? What do you want to talk about? Suggestions. Yeah, there was this one time that one of my, colleagues at Hanley had hit me up. PJ, and she was like, yo, could you come to whatever and do like a poem or whatever and write something and present it for the class or whatever. She was just doing something, teaching some class somewhere, doing some shit at Hanley. And so I went to Hanley's, went to that class, dropped my thing, talked about, what did I talk about? I don't fucking remember. The plague or some shit like that. Well, I talked about a whole bunch of shit, but it was fun. So yeah, have I ever and would I ever revisit the high school that I got kicked out of? Yeah, I would. and I have, you know what I mean? So I'd be about what I talk about. That's probably one of the few things that you'll notice other people just are fucking that up. It's hilarious to watch, honestly. Because they be like getting locked up behind the shit. It's like, dude, if you just knew like 10% of your rights during like a traffic stop, you know what I'm saying? Half these motherfuckers would be high. And it's when they get on paper for some dumb shit like that, and then they get on like probation, and then they don't take this shit serious, and then they violate, and then they fucking go sit down for a year and shit. And it's like, bro, you could have avoided all this shit. Just knowledge is power. Like, knowledge is fucking power. Know what they can and can't do and why. And when they pull up, just keep all your emotions handled like an adult, and don't give them anything they don't already have. That's what I would say. Don't give them anything they don't already have. Because they might have 99% of the case. But what your ass probably don't understand is that they need 100% of the case to work out. You know what I'm saying? Because like a prosecutor bears the weight of what? Evidence? Or weight of guilt? Whatever. I forget how it's said, but like, the burden of proof. That's what it is. So the burden of proof is on the prosecutor. So that's why if you can catch them violating your rights, like pulling you over without probable cause, like unauthorized search, like physical contact, initiation of contact, which results in you getting an assault on law enforcement charge. There's a lot of things you got to be paying attention to in those moments. And look, let me be fucking real. If you're black, there's a much higher chance this shit will happen to you. So that means it's way more important for you guys to know your fucking rights. For the average white person, they're rarely going to get pulled over anyway. And when they do, normally it's going to be a polite exchange, unless you got some tweakers or some shit, or some fucking gangsters. And same thing goes with the Hispanic population. Now, I do notice, though, the Hispanic population is a little bit safer from police, simply because, especially if it's only Spanish-speaking circles, like, a lot of these neighborhoods, a lot of these apartment complexes are just Spanish-speaking. So the cop is going to leave them alone, and, like, they be doing hella blow, they be, like, all kinds of shit, but that's just their lifestyle. And so the cops don't even know what their language is saying, so they kind of don't fuck with them. I used to watch, man, like, right across the street from where my halfway house was in McSunny. Like, I had this on video. It was hilarious. Like, these motherfuckers are turning up. I'm talking about, like, chimichanga music on 11. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, we could go to 10, make 10 louder, but they just wanted to go to 11 type shit. And, like, they were just getting it in. And I was telling all my people in the halfway house, I was like, bro, You know that if we did that in our yard and start playing some rap music, we gonna have the fucking cops called on us so goddamn fucking fast. And even if we don't do anything, we're probably still ending up in handcuffs. Some of us here are, because of our priors or our current status, you know, all that different shit. And it's just, that's kind of what's killing me, is that I got more serpents in the white community than I do any other community. Anytime I've been locked up, I've always had black people and Hispanics run with me way more than white people. Because white people stingy. At the end of the day, they don't understand what it's like to have a community. They understand what it's like to have a family. And some of them are really good providers for their family. But they don't understand how to have a community where, like, you just go to a fucking block party in the hood. You'd understand exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Where ain't nobody tripping, everybody's getting a plate, like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Or if you go to, like, prayer at a mosque, or, you know, during Ramadan, like, they've got free food out the wazoo. And it's some of the most delicious food from all around the world that I've never had before in my whole life. That was amazing. I've never seen a Christian church who claim to be so generous and all this, just like Jesus, feed the poor, blah, 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 blah. I have never seen them put out 1/30th of the amount of food that one Muslim mosque will put out. 1/30th. That's a really tiny fucking percent. So, why did I adopt Islam? Because y'all suck. Ain't never one time motherfuckers be like, oh, hey, you wanna, here's some free food, whatever, you know. Nah, it's always, want me to come in and do all this, that, and the third, and then sit for like an hour, and blah, 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 and then I gotta jump through all these hoops, and then, okay, and now, here's a little chewy bar, here's a little cup of coffee, here's a little cigarette. You know what I'm saying? You getting led around, jumping from one foot to the next, like, I'm a hostage type situation. I was more of a hostage when I was in a recovery house in California than when I was on the street. And I was able to get my needs met quicker and easier being on the street. And it was insane. They wouldn't let us go to air, and it's just crazy, man. A lot of that shit's crazy. But it's some real recovery talk, though. Because you might not get a lot out of this, but somebody here might. It might take 5 years before this video hits 100 views. But you know what? If I don't put it out right now, it's never going to hit that. So even though my results aren't overnight, my results exist. And that's what matters. Because even though it's 5 views here, 3 views here, 1 view here, like, it's momentum regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I got quality in all my shit. And now my quantity is just astronomical, man. And I'm having so much fun with it, you know? So all the things that I tell you guys are important, they're important to me too. I don't just say them and then go hop off camera and then just, like, eat a bunch of ice cream and sit around all day and, you know, fucking not do anything with my life, you know? Nah, I'm out here, man. If I'm talking about it, I'm doing it. If I'm talking about it, I'm doing it. I don't predict the future. I just describe the most beneficial outcome. And then I figure out a way how to get from point A to point B. So by the time I get there, yeah, I hit my goal. Even if 90% of the details aren't the same, the essence is the same. And my essence has always been the same. Call it a vibration, call it a frequency, call it a hue, H-U-E, call it a shade, call it a texture. But guess what? Every single one of these oxygen molecules in the air are all touching me. They're all touching all the air. And they're all touching the phone. So doesn't that mean that we're all the same? If we're just one endless continuum of nucleus after, like all that shit. I mean, who fucking knows, dude? Hello, Horton. Second favorite Dr. Seuss? The Places You'll Go. Oh, well, it's always the same. Old men or bright-eyed youth. It's always easier to sell them some shit than it is to tell them the truth. I told somebody one time, I was like, dude, the real aliens could walk up to you and tell you all the truest shit. Just tell you all about the truth. And leave. And I promise, if you go try to tell somebody else that you just met an alien who told you all this shit, they gonna think you crazy. Most people suffer from an over-sensationalism of physical appearance. And just a complete lack of spiritual integrity. And it's funny, the ones who think they hide it the best you make it so obvious. I'm 28 years old. Do you realize how much time I have to become governor? I got a head start on this shit. By the time fucking that starts to even begin to roll around, motherfuckers will be like, wait, holy shit. I'd be like, yep, vote purple. Vote purple means vote according to what's going to be best for, in my world, the recovery community, because that's the most damaged community right now, and the trauma in that community is spilling out into families. It's destroying families. I mean, substance abuse right now is the #1 epidemic on the globe, and if we don't focus on them, we're going to lose everything. Because they're the glue. They're the guy who's up at 4 a.m. cleaning the VCU hallways. Like, there's somebody who does that. It doesn't just happen. Like, when you go into 7-Eleven and there's like a bunch of straws there next to the coffee, somebody put those there. Somebody has to physically do that. They don't just appear. It doesn't work like that. No matter how mechanical or automatic or robotic you can make a supply chain, it still needs people. And the more you devalue your workplace, your workforce, you devalue your workforce, you're not going to have a workforce. And you're sitting there thinking, okay, well, like AI and robotics will be able to replace. I'm sorry, that's just not the case. Once that happens, you will see a massive exodus back to human labor. You will see, I'll say it again, you will see during the age of robotic AI, you will see a massive exodus, retreat, renaissance of human labor. because you won't have anyone willing to go work. If I can be an influencer online, make music videos, and then run for office and become rich as fuck, why in the hell am I going to go apply to McDonald's? But if you want an Egg McMuffin, there's got to be somebody to make that for you. It doesn't click for you because you've never been a part of that workforce. It's not going to make sense to you. That's why you put me in power. Vote purple. I don't care if it's a Democrat. I don't care if it's a Republican. If it supports my people and my people's interests, I'm voting for it. If it doesn't, I'm going to destroy it on its way out. And I don't care. You guys can put me at the other side of the Virginia Senate room, and me and Mark can just argue. I'd love to roast that old man. Yeah. Oh, cool, man. You had a boat at age 45? Dude, I'm going to have a fucking mega yacht by the time I'm 30. Fuck you. Oh, but you didn't want to invite me to Christmas since I was, 16. So it's been 12 years since I've shared Christmas with you, buddy. But don't worry, I'm going to kick your fucking teeth in politics. I'm gonna kick your fucking teeth in. You'll need a dentist, nigga. That's all I'm saying is you will need a dentist, nigga. Free speech. What, these fucking shackles and chains? Like, you don't ever cuss around your children. Come on, let's be fucking real. It's goddamn sensitivity of verbal language that's got us trapped. Oh, you just want to hear the polite version. You would like to hear the clean version of every song if you fucking could. Well, guess what? Life is explicit. Life is explicit. And you're gonna fucking die. One day. Just like me. And guess what? I'm gonna go way fucking harder than you. Way fucking harder. And the cool thing about my political platform is to vote purple, you have to show up every single day and be open-minded, willing, and honest. You cannot compromise these values. As long as you're honest, open-minded, and willing, you'll go really fucking far. But if at any point along the ride you decide you want to hop off, well, they say keep your seatbelt fastened for a reason. They don't say that shit for fun. We're going to be experiencing some light turbulence. Please keep your seatbelt fastened. But I got people on private jets and I got people on Airbuses, so welcome to the world.